Welcome. I can't see anybody's face, but welcome and thank you so much for coming. We're here to enjoy some of the music that Julia has been preparing. She started lessons in 2006 when she started the first grade. After playing for several years, she decided that she wanted to quit and she didn't really want to do it, but her mean mom made her play for just one more year. And at some time during that year, something just clicked with her and she just took off. It just all fell right into line and she just took off. In the beginning, she was not going to play classical, and that was just it. And Karen converted her and found some really fun music, and so now she loves it. Julia, I have never ever one time had to tell her to practice. And when she started to feel real passionate about this, just every time she would walk down the hall past our piano, she could not walk past it, but that she stopped to play it. So she was on it a lot. There was a point where I could hear her start to improvise, and so I went and bought an inexpensive electric piano with headphones. The best thing ever. And so she could play and do whatever she wanted to do, uninhibited, and plug those headphones in, because when the headphones are plugged in, no one else can hear. And so that was a way for her to use that creativity. And there's a rule in our house that no one can play the piano as long as even one person is sleeping. And there was one year when I would wake Maya up in her room at a certain time, and Julia knew that. This was before school started. She would be sitting on the bench, and she could hear me when I would walk in and say, "Maya, it's time to get up." Bang. So the minute she heard those words, those fingers were on the keys. So she loves it. Julia is very self-motivated. She's very detail-oriented, and that really helps with her music because music is quite mathematical. She's also played the clarinet. She, at the middle of her 6th grade year in band, she wanted to change to the flute. And I said, "Sure, you just make sure Mr. Krieger is okay with that, because he's not going to be, right? Sure, you ask, and if he says yes, then sure." Well, he said yes. So we got her a flute, and she taught herself how to play the flute. And the next week, when she had to do, I don't know what you call it, but with the band teacher, she was right in and qualified, and at the next concert, she walked in with 2 instruments. And I've never seen that before. And she also has learned how to play the guitar. In my urging her on to play piano, she said, "Well, I don't want to do it for a living, and I just want her to play." And I told her because it will bring her joy. And I hope that she finds joy and feels joy and peace and an outlet and whatever she needs when she plays the piano. Julia's had several students of her own, and I think that's helped her to share her talent and skill and be even more excited about it. Julia graduates from high school in a month and a half. She is going to be attending UVU, Utah Valley University in Utah, and she will be studying dental hygiene. So that's what's ahead for her. Tonight, she is playing, and also with her piano teacher, Karen Daly, and also a friend, Avery Crocker, will be playing with her in some of those songs as well, and they will tell you more about them. But we're going to start tonight with Hannah Goes Haywire, again with Karen Daly and by Kevin Olson. And when we're all done, we have refreshments out there, so be comfortable and relax and enjoy, and thank you for coming.
So Hannah Goes Haywire, all of my students play Churney and Hannon, which is exercises that develop finger dexterity. So it's going to be kind of a crazy piece, and that's what we're going to start with.
move on to solfeggiato, and then after that will be prelude, and then a classic concerto with Karen Daly again, and we'll go from there. playing Ochre Mountain Shining, and then I will be playing Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, and my mom wanted me to let you all know that if you feel ever so inclined, you may sing along. And then I will be playing a duet with Karen called Allegro Molto. Okay, so we're going to go on to the Swan and then Concerto Bravo with Avery Crocker. And also with that concerto is also 2 movements, so if you could just not clap in between, that'd be great.
Beautiful. Those two just play so well together, and I think they both outplay me on that song now. I wanted to just share my thoughts about Julia and working with her the past a little over 12 years, and the growth that I've seen in her. She came to me as a very shy, quiet pianist, and I was like that myself, so I gravitated towards her that way. And like me, she's very mechanical, math-related, like Lisa has said, and I'm totally not. I play all by note reading skill, and I was trained a different way, and so I appreciated her skill to master timing and tempo and technique on all of the things that she did. And so she was a joy to teach all through the years, and we've had so much fun together. I'm going to miss her. We always have done duets. I do duets with all of my students, and I think Julie and I probably did more than anyone. And then we got into concertos a couple of years ago, and Avery's now on top of that with her, and it's just been wonderful. Julia is a much stronger pianist than I am, and I look at her and I just marvel at the skill and the talent that she has. And I know that she's going to just keep going and accomplish great things, and I'm just proud of her.
All right, thank you everybody for coming out here tonight. I'm going to end with one last song. It's been a little bit of a beast. I learned it about almost a year and a half ago, and it's called Wedding Day at Trollthagen by Edvard Grieg. And then after that, there will be refreshments out in the foyer.